Yes, we're back. Pattingham Pep, aka Jimmy the Jew, aka the Guardiola from the Gaza Strip. Yes, it's game week 8 as we look forward to game week 9. The deadline, fellas, 6:30 tonight on a Friday. We've got Friday night football back before Arsenal play Villa at 8 o'clock. So, on to our review of the league table. Still sitting pretty at the top. Tom McGillen, 545 points. Outstanding week, 65-pointer. 20 points ahead now of John Guy in second place. Daz Harwood in third before yours truly in fourth. Charlie Smith makes up the top 5. Johnny Artil and Artil watching sixth. Chin back with the green arrow, 57 points. Brings him up to 7th in the table. Number 8, Zach Bodison, still leading Mike Long in 8th position. Worcestershire Solicitor of the Year, Samuel Pedley, Red Arrow down to 9th. And then the world famous Express Ben Thorne is in 10th position. So let's have a little scan through the league tables and give shout outs. Ant Doughty, Green Arrow, we'll come on to you in a bit, sir. Mr. Dibble. We've also got Tiz with a green arrow. Mikey Longit still gets big with a green arrow, trying to chase Zach. Moving further down the table, Adam Pedley with a green arrow. Brinny Robbins with a green arrow. Terry Dovey and Lawrence Garbett and Ben Dias, all 3 of them with green arrows. As we move down towards the bottom end of the table, Richie Tabben a green arrow, well done to you. Dave Goodwin with a green arrow. And then now in 39th position, Dan McGillen with a green arrow. He's chasing Alfie, he's chasing Mickey Dias, the most senior man in the league, potentially making it a bottom 3 consisting of 2 Diases and then an invite from myself with Ryan Lindsay now in bottom place. Walton Wanderers, very disappointing, and potential Jimmy Savile Fancy Dress Prize on the road to Jack's, Wolves v Liverpool in May. So let's have a little look at our diamond. We've already mentioned him. Mr. Dibble, Ant Doughty, 69 points. Beautiful score. Cody 7 with a goal. Fair play. Creswell 7. Duffy 5. Mo Salah, which is basically, this is a preliminary Pep's tip of the week. Basically just captain Mo Salah every game. 26 points. Beautiful haul. Ings 7. Vardy 8. Beautiful week, 69 points. Well done to you, Dibble. First time ever, first season in the league, and he's already off with a diamond. Well done to you. Okay, on to Dick of the Week. Now, I've made comments on this previously. He double-dicked, so he'd had 2 Dick of the Weeks this season, and he's now got a third. It's Alfie Dias, PK Blinders, 19 points. And some of you may look at it and think down towards the bottom end of the league, but surely you must understand that someone of my experience and someone of my standing would never let my son forget about it. I'll give him regular reminders in the house. He hasn't forgot to do his team, and he actually brought in 2 transfers. So number 1, he brought in Rafinha, who was already doubtful due to Brazil playing a late game, and he brought in Saka. So very well done to you. Saka scored 0 points. And Rafinha scored 0 points, he didn't play. The rest of his team is an abomination. Lukaku captain really paid off with a nice little 4-pointer. And not much more can be said around the rest of the side, apart from Sanchez saving the day with 6 points in goal. So yeah, Alfie Dias, if you're watching this at college today, very disappointing. And I've already given him some guidance on the future game week. So there's your Diamond and Dick. Well done to you all. Let's move on to Cup Review. So Cup Review is in full swing. The Abacus Wealth Management Cup, sponsored by Gareth Southgate, aka the Fratelli brother. Looking strong in the league tables at the moment. We've got Longy, we've got Brinny Robbins, we've got Harthill Watch Johnny Jr., we've got Zach Bodison. So the Long household is absolutely flying. We've got Charlie Smith and John Guy, all with 6 points so far, so looking strong. They're the ones to chase. Some big matches coming up this weekend. We've got 3 big, huge derbies on my review. So we've got Alfie Dias versus the man that is born. We've got Johnny Jr. against Lawrence Garbett, which is a family affair. So that one will be fiercely contested from Hagley and Stourbridge all the way to Sedgley. And then we've got yours truly versus Bryn the Copper. So I'm sure it'll be full of fun and games in Pattingham over this weekend. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. It's all still going strong. We've got 5 fixtures to play before we move on to the quarter-finals. And I'm very excited to see what Mr. Dias has up his sleeve for the prize at the end, along with those cash incentives. Okay, on to Pep's tip of the week. given this plenty of thought, the obvious fixture, and I'm going to go with it for me, but the obvious fixture looking across this game week, Chelsea versus Norwich, Everton versus Watford, potentially. Watford are leaking quite a few goals. But for me, I don't fancy Leicester away at Brentford. I think that's going to be a really, really tough game. I think Brentford are playing tremendously well and could have easily put a few past Chelsea. Man United, Liverpool fixtures, one to avoid. So for me, Chelsea versus Norwich. Now, second tip of the week is don't make those transfers before international breaks or before midweek cup games. I think the Lukaku being crocked has already hurt the world famous Express Ben Thorne in our discussions this week. But it can easily happen. The value in doing a transfer beforehand means that you get them prior to any price rises. But for me, that's completely negated by the fact that if they get injured, you've then got to take a -4. So yeah, hold fire. So you look at Chelsea, I've already got Rudiger in there. They've got some good defensive options, a little bit of a rotation risk. But for me, there's only one clear striker available in their team now, with both Lukaku and Werner being out injured. And that for me is Kai Havertz. I'm going to put Kai Havertz in myself personally. 8.1 million. He was about 4.5% of teams have selected him prior to that injury. He's now up to 5.8, but for me that's still a good differential. It's nothing like the 20-odd% that have got Salah in the team. I think, clearly his qualities are undoubted. He's scoring this season so far, 19 points, 2 points in the last 3 games, but I think he's not been used as much, but I think he'll have to be used now. And I think that Norwich at home is the perfect game for him. Along with looking at his fixtures after that point, he's then got Newcastle away, Burnley at home. So at least for the next 3 games before he plays Leicester away in his 4th game, that may coincide with maybe Werner or Lukaku coming back in. So yeah, Pep's tip of the week this week is Kai Havertz. So we'll just have, I just forgot to mention it in there, but keep in mind the fact that we've still got the October Manager of the Month competition running. And given that we've got fixtures sort of this weekend and then fall into next, we've still got another weekend to go. But on the October Manager of the Month, as sponsored by Click Marketplace, currently in the lead is Ant Doughty with 121 points, Adam Pedley close behind with 119 points, and then yours truly with 117 points. So plenty to play for in the Click Marketplace Manager of the Month competition. Okay, and then for me, boys, I think that's it. We've got one final thing, which is content of the week. So just to give a bit of context behind this, I'm getting every single week content shared by Andrew Bourne religiously of varying degrees of quality. So I've decided to turn the content of the week competition into Can You Beat the Bourne? So anyone who wants to send content through, I've had loads. I've had this belter, which is probably a visual depiction of Alfie Dias's week for him, as described by the steward. But in the Can You Beat the Bourne competition, the winner this week is Mr. Bourne with this absolute belter of a steward having to clear a bit of debris off the pitch in one of the more non-league games. So enjoy this, fellas. May your green arrows shine bright this weekend. Thanks for all the support, and onwards and upwards. Oh, P.S. Watch out for the theme game week next week, as sponsored by Soul to Soul. It should be a good one. Cheers all.